Wow, I'm back again, live from Brooklyn, Pretoria, speaking to somebody whom is pregnant with so much, but ignorance has denied them access to ascend into the best of them. Where you are in life is not where you were fashioned to be. Where you find yourself in life is where your understanding has kept you. Those with higher understanding have matched up the map. They are somewhere you are envying. And I tell you, stop envying people. Seek to understand the secret behind men who evolve where you resolve that nothing is working. And I believe there is somebody somewhere which is fashioned for so much, but a poor understanding about their life has kept them in the wrong placement. And I came to rewrite a picture of humanity to somebody, because when you carry the poor picture about life, you can't help but act a problem in society. So many problems are existing in society today because of men who are ignorant of the divine ability in them that is mandated to cause them to be a push to the change society is expecting. The evolutions and the breakthroughs that make societies better and give life to human beings to be comfortable is pregnant in somebody's assignment for existence. What you must understand is that you're not on earth by chance. You are fashioned by God, empowered with abilities to be able to influence an aspect of life. Many people don't understand the power of their existence. You're not a mistake on earth. You are not just fashioned to come and parade the corridors of the earth, appreciating others without your life adding anything. You are actually a divine mandate released by God on earth to manifest divinity in order to inspire the glory of God to be seen everywhere. Every strata of existence or its advancement in the manifestations of somebody's purpose. It implies your purpose is pregnant with the principles that can propel progress in an aspect in life. When we go to church, we don't go to church because we just went to be churchy. We go to church because the church is the highest resource institute where the Creator expresses his intent for existence so that humanity can be able to explore existence to its best and be able to be an addition to that which God has as a program for existence. So the beauty of existence holds its manifestation in a human being discovering and uncovering that which they were mandated here on earth for. This is interesting to know that everybody who is existing actually is carrying a divine package that is pregnant with solutions that can get their society, that generation, to a place called forward. There is nobody who is fashioned to be limited to a small community. That which God has impregnated in every human being has the capacity to influence their community, stretch to the nation, and to the nations of the world, and even the outermost part of the earth. Scripture says that you shall begin in your Jerusalem. Understand this very well. That is your starting point. And don't make your starting point your end point. And that's the problem we have today. A lot of people are settling at a little level of impact they have attained because they have few people who are celebrating them. One of the enemies of progress is called present success. I said again, one of the enemies of progress is called present success. Present success has a way it makes you to be content in a way that you will not want to work to move forward. Understand that present success is an enemy to your advancement in life, and never be contented with present success. A lot of people whom do not understand that present success is an enemy that can murder your future achievement have gone into a state of irrelevance without realizing it. Let me give you an example. Some people are there, like in my nation, which when we're growing, their names were heard. But after some years, when they died, their names also died with them. Nobody's talking about them. Nobody hears about them. Their children are not even recognized in society because their impact remained with them. But when men begin to think generational, they invest not only in themselves, they invest also in the development of their children so that they can be succession in impact. There is a place called tomorrow. And if you don't think beyond today to tomorrow, there are things which your life will not be able to add to existence. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Some people would still be alive, but be so frustrated in such a way that they want to escape from the earth. Some people pray to die because they did not understand that present success is the enemy that can murder the future achievements of life. So if you cannot think beyond today, then tomorrow you have no relevance. I came to talk to somebody to think generational, think beyond you, think to the next generation so that your preparation and your investments would be able to carry you beyond your present time. Men who are called legacy builders and not men who just do things which people can celebrate them. Men who are called legacy builders and men who build impact in their society that will live above their existence, which even after their death, their impact will still be speaking. That is what is called legacy. The question is, what are you doing that can actually cause your society to benefit from your existence even after you leave the earth? That is my passion. That is my worry. A lot of people are just trying to make a name. They're trying to impress people, but life goes beyond that. There is something you need to understand. There is somewhere in the world which your life needs to inspire change. There is somewhere in the world where your life needs to bring peace. There is somewhere in the world which your impact is going to carry humanity to a place called forward. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Now you must understand that nothing changes on its own. Somebody must rise up to be the element that inspires change somewhere. And the question is, what is your life actually inspiring your generation? Now, so many people are living, but they are not existing because their existence have no meaningful impact that society can be able to celebrate them for. We are giving our energy to tribalities, and we cannot be able to give time to that which will make us to rise up, emerge as an impact, inspiration to our generation. I'm so sad in my heart when people get to a place of degeneration where tribalism it gets to a better grip of their heart in such a way they cannot identify opportunities in people God bring their way that can push them to the next level. Whatever you have as an achievement should not blind you from the reality of what life has to offer to you. As a present success can murder the opportunity for you to attain future success. So the fact that you are celebrated now doesn't mean you'll be celebrated tomorrow. For you to maintain relevance, you must also understand that what carries you to that light of relevance, you must be able to improve on that element. You must be able to improve on that quality that carries you to the height of relevance if there is going to be a progressive dimension of relevance. I tell people that sustainable success is the outcome of progressive learning. I say it again. I tell people sustainable success is the outcome of progressive learning. My God. I got back to a book some few months back titled My Originality. And a lot of people are so ignorant about that. Your originality is pregnant with qualities which you've not been able to explore even a percentage of it. When you begin to get to a place of discovering and uncovering of that which is your reality, you get to understand that your life is like a book that has different pages and different faces. And you must not settle at a face or a chapter in the book of your life. Somebody is still in chapter 1, and as chapter 1 is finishing, they feel that life is ending for them. There is still chapter 2 of your life, which possess another dimension of impact which your generation would actually hold a better meaning for your existence. There are people who will not be able to celebrate you at the chapter 1 of the life story of what you were created to exhibit. But there are people who are waiting you in chapter 2. Some are waiting you in chapter 3, because chapter 3 in your life is pregnant with a quality that meets up with their desires and expectation. When your life is not communicating that which meets up with the expectation of somebody, they might not be able to accord relevance to your existence. So don't expect everybody to like you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't expect everybody to appreciate you. And the fact that some people are not appreciating you doesn't mean you're wrong. The fact that some people are not celebrating you doesn't mean that your life is not communicating something good. The fact that some people are not celebrating you just simply spell out that your life has not evolved into that dimension of contribution that can meet up with their expectation. Whatever you do that does not meet up with somebody's expectation doesn't attract their attention. So don't impose value and respect on people. Understand that your life will be able to attract things relative to what your life can offer per time. And if you are desiring a particular audience of celebration, if you are desiring a particular audience of acceptance, then you must consider the option to develop yourself to enter to the next dimension of your life. Because our life has phases. Our lives are like a book that have different chapters. There are dimensions of our existence which has its impact in the lives of people and our community. When you begin to explore a dimension of your existence that its impact is directly touching a category of people, they will naturally want to be part of your life. And you must understand that there are people whom you desire them to be part of your life, they will never be part of your life. And don't be angry with people who don't want to be part of your life. Don't look down on people who are not celebrating you. And if somebody is not celebrating you, it's not because he envies you, it's not because he hates you, it's not because he dislikes you, it's just because that which you're exhibiting per time doesn't meet up with your expectation. Life is so broad in such a way that different human beings with their different assignments have different expectations. So if what my life is communicating per time doesn't meet up with somebody's expectation, they might not be able to give attention to me. And because they don't give attention to me, it doesn't make them a problem. My God, there are people whom today they will not be able to celebrate you. But watch this. I tell you the truth. There's a height you attain in that which you were designed for, where your life begins to contribute something that they will not be able to help but to look for you. Somebody somewhere which nobody celebrates you. Don't be discouraged in life. Just seek to understand that which is about you that meets up with the demand of a particular aspect in life. And that aspect in life would hold you of high esteem. So many people today whom the world is celebrating them, they will tell you that some years back nobody celebrated them. And you see, it was not a problem. They invested to build capacity. And today their life is exhibiting what is meeting with the demand of a particular group of people. And this group of people can be able to stay quiet without celebrating them. I tell you, anybody who does not pay value to your existence today is not a problem in your life. You should be able to look at what is not present in your life and make it to be present in your life, and then your life will begin to attract a particular audience. In fact, I'm happy when some people criticize me. Now, should I tell you why? When people begin to criticize me, it helps me to understand that that which I've been able to develop over time is not equivalent to what they're expecting, because no man would get to a place where they see what they need in you and they begin to joke with you. When people begin to see what they need in you, they will run behind you, they'll be connected to you, they will celebrate you, they will exalt you, and they want to be everything that you desire. Now, let me give you an example. In the book of Daniel, there was a time where the king got to a place where he was not happy with things going along in the nation. Daniel had done a lot of good things to the king, and the king made him a wise man. But there was a particular challenge the king was experiencing, where he had a dream and forget about the dream, and those whom he considered as his advisors could not be able to bring forth the solution. So the king did not consider Daniel as anybody. He says he's going to kill all the wise men if they are not going to give him the interpretation of the dream. You understand what I'm telling you? Now, you see, at that level, because Daniel could not be able to meet up with the demand of the king despised and did not care about his life. The king was ready to kill him. I tell you that people whom are ready to fight you, not because they hate you, but because your life is not in the sequence of the purpose of you connecting to them. Your connection to anybody has a reason. And when you don't understand the purpose of your connectivity with somebody, your contribution would not be in line of the expectation. And when you're not contributing as you ought to contribute, then I tell you, there is going to be a reaction which you are not going to love. You know, if you're a father like myself, you get to realize that if you don't give your children food, the same child who used to shout, "Daddy, Daddy," and is excited when you come, that child will frown at you. The child is frowning at you because you are not meeting up with your responsibilities. You must understand, relationship is just bigger than you knowing somebody or saying somebody's your friend. There's responsibility attached to relationship, and each time you're not responding to the abilities in you that will meet up with the relationship, then you will discover that a good relationship will suddenly become a problem. I know a lot of women who used to be soft-hearted and nice because they got into a relationship today, they have become arrogant. So some relationships which are not purpose-driven becomes problematic to you. What am I trying to say? I'm saying that everybody who is in existence, there is something about you that can inspire your generation forward. And people will not just celebrate you because you have money, or because you have a big name, or because you have a big house, because you travel to nations. That is not what people are interested in. People are interested in what your life can inspire in them. If you can inspire a people, then the people will celebrate you. If you can inspire a nation, then the nation will celebrate you. Respect is not imposed. Respect is earned by your quality contribution towards a people, towards a society, towards something. You must understand that you can get to a place where your life earns great respect. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs 25 verse 2, that is the glory of God to cover a thing, but the honor of kings to search out the matter, implying that honor can come to a man with a kingdom mentality that can be able to explore the hidden abilities that God endowed in them and become a plus to their generation. Remember, the Bible says there are these treasures in earthen vessels. Treasures in earthen vessels. It implies human beings which are earthen vessels are pregnant with treasures. These treasures which are not exploited in human beings are called potentials. Now, let me help you understand that potentials are abilities endowed by God in everything He created, which are not yet exploited. So potential is not yet an impact until it is exploited. Potential is the impact in you that has not been exploited. Potential is the greatness in you that has not been felt. Potential is that power in you that has not been felt in your community. So you must understand that everybody is carrying a potential. Potential has to do with what God put in everything that He created for the thing to be able to manifest its purpose. You must understand that the phone has its purpose. Are you understand what I'm saying? The microphone has a purpose. The microphone can have a rope that looks like a hook, but you can't carry a microphone and aim in the water to catch a fish. What catches a fish is a hook. So each time you don't understand the purpose of something, then its potentials cannot be able to bring out the result. The potential in everything carries the ability to command the result of its purpose. So you must understand that purpose actually has to do with the information that helps you to explore and manifest the design intent of that thing. So everything that you are pregnant with so much, and you need an understanding of your purpose for you not to get to a place of degeneration where you begin. This is serious for you to understand. And this is where I want to get to a closure today. So somebody somewhere should not feel bad about himself. There is irrelevant because that which is about you is not seen. So many people are living in, you discover that which is about you, which your generation need. There is something about you that some years back nobody saw and they didn't celebrate you. But today you have studied and you have evolved to a place where you're manifesting a dimension of you, and they are people celebrating you. Now look at today, I'm in Brooklyn, Pretoria. I didn't come to Brooklyn, Pretoria because some spirit just pushed me here. I came to Brooklyn, Pretoria because I have been able to dig out a dimension of myself, which actually has printed an impression in the hearts of people who see the need to be able to demand my attention. So somebody somewhere who is not looking for you, not because they don't want you, not because they hate you, but because your life is not printing the impression that can be able to command their desire to bring you too close to them. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking and challenging somebody right now who feels that they are nobodies, that you were created by God and empowered with abilities that can make you to be result-oriented any day, anytime. Now, as I go to a closure, we get back into Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, which spells out that man was created in the image of God, not in the image of a liability, not a second-class being. You're not just any creation. You are a part of the Godhead. You are created in the nature of divinity. You possess the strength of the Creator. You can be creative. Creativity is the act of bringing into existence that which was not, that can inspire things to move forward. So man has the capacity to inspire something that was not, that can push their generation to a place called forward. Are you understanding what I'm saying? When God created man in His image, God empowered empowered man with abilities with respect to his assignment. This is what happened in Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. The Bible says, and God blessed man. Blessed means empower to prosper. Blessed means equipped for excellence. Blessed means endowed with abilities to make a difference. Now, man was endowed with abilities to make a difference. What were the qualities? He said, I bless thee, be fruitful. It implies that man was empowered with abilities for fruitfulness. So somebody is listening to me right now. You are pregnant with abilities that can bring fruitfulness in that community. You are pregnant with abilities that can bring fruitfulness in that aspect of life which you are pursuing. But ignorance to your reality makes you to become a problem. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And I'm worried in my heart because you are a carrier of too much, but you have found yourself on the bench of complainers. And I'm trying to challenge you today to come out of the bench of complainers and do something with your life so that your world will be able to celebrate you. He said, be fruitful, subdue, multiply, replenish the earth, dominate the earth. Now you see, it is the earth, the earth. So man was actually fashioned with abilities to influence the earth. So it is a delusion for you to live your life struggling to go to heaven without understanding that the mandate of God upon your life carries abilities for the earth, not for heaven. Are you understanding what I'm saying? God says, subdue the earth, not heaven. So your impact will not be felt in heaven. Your impact will be felt on earth. The only place where man can find relevance is the earth. Yeah, I tied here by telling you there's an impact somewhere that your life is mandated to express. There's an aspect in life where there is confusion, which you are fashioned to subdue that negative aura. There is an aspect of life which is low in result. You carry the potential and the quality to multiply the impact. There are some people whom they are mandated with abilities to carry an idea in a local community and make it to affect the whole globe. Replenish the earth, implying that the scope of your impact is not limited to where you are. If you can dig down into divine abilities in you, your impact will stretch beyond that little community to a point where it becomes a national impact, to a point where it becomes a continental impact, to a point where it becomes an intercontinental impact. And it says, you shall begin in your Jerusalem, you shall extend to your Judea, your Samaria, and the outermost part of the earth. There are people whom their mandate can cause them to get to a place of exploring the other planetary worlds. And I tell you, the earth is not the only planet. And man is pregnant with too much that cannot just be kept in a small community. Do you know why you feel depressed? Because the abilities that are endowed by God in you are bigger than the community you find yourself in. Sometimes you get to a place where you're just uncomfortable with everything around you, not because there is a problem with where you are, but because what you carry is bigger than where you are. Can you keep this? This is where I round up. Some problems you have is not because your community is bad. Some problems you have because what you carry is bigger than where you are. And if what you carry is bigger than where you are and you're trying to settle where you are, then you will feel pressured unnecessarily. And I believe there is somebody whom is feeling an unnecessary pressure and they are blaming their environment or blaming the people around them. But I came to let you understand that when you begin to feel unnecessary pressure, it implies that what you carry is bigger than that community. And you must be able to dig down within you and explore what God has put inside of you to stretch your impact beyond where you are. There is somewhere where you be accommodated, which that which you carry can be accepted, because what you carry is bigger than where you are. You can't carry information that is meant for university and you're expecting to be celebrated in kindergarten. I tell you, you will not be celebrated there. You can't carry a medical information and you expect to be celebrated by a mechanic. No, that is not true. If what you carry is not in context with the demand of an environment, that environment will pressure you to a place where you will not be comfortable. This is the line of what I came to talk today, and I felt that somebody should be able to understand this. Maybe another day we're going to get into a broadcast of understanding the strength in man and why man is failing to manifest the strength in them. So you can get to a place where you would not let society to define you, but you would define the flow of things in society. You would become the influence that will take society to the glory dimension of its existence. Things only change when people begin to manifest that which they carry. You are the next voice to bring change in your community. You are the next one for an intercontinental impact. Don't settle where you are. Study to show yourself approved. God bless you. This Bishop Dr. Gerald talking to you all the way from Brooklyn, Pretoria, telling you that the best of you still lies within you. Don't sit where you are. He that is in you is greater than he that is in the world. You are blessed. God bless you. For anything you don't understand, you can inbox me, and I want to guarantee you, you will have an answer to whatever you want to have as understanding that will make you to get to a place of relevance. Breach out from that negative notion and become the best you are fashioned for. God bless you. I love you. Have a beautiful day.